Here I go again on my own, driving down the only road I've ever known. That's because I'm blind and I don't drive down any roads. Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Rhino beer. This beer is from Half Hours on Earth. It's the last beer from Half Hours on Earth I have currently. This is Half Hours on Earth's Yalla series. It's their Rakau. It's a tart farmhouse ale, dry hopped with Rakau. What is our ABV on here? 6.5, like all of them. I do believe that Half Hours on Earth is the only brewery I've ever had a beer from that's used a Rakau. I'm not 100% sure, though. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. I do believe that that is a New Zealand hop, but again, I might be wrong. I haven't looked it up. I'm just going off of memory here. And if it is a New Zealand hop, there may be one or two other beers I've had that have used it. The New Zealand hops, a lot of the names of the New Zealand hops are hard to remember and hard to pronounce. And I think that's the only reason I'm thinking that that's a New Zealand hop is just by the spelling of it. But let's go here. Pour her into my beautiful teku. Beautiful color, beautiful golden color. It kind of looks like a dehydrated pea though, because it has that darker hue to it, and it is very hazy. Bright white head. I can hear the snap crackle pop from here, so I don't even have to hold it up to my ear, but I will anyway. Yeah, nice. Looks good. Visually appealing. However, I think I'd want it personally to be more either golden or more straw color. I don't like that in-between hue that this has all that much. Scents. First from the bottle. The bottle's just tart. It's very tart. And it has a tannic scent to it, almost like apple skin tannic. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of apple skin. Apple skin and just a tartness is the best way to say it. And like it's not sour per se, it's just tart, just a little off. It's not sweet. It's not sweet. It's not. You like my signature shirt? I don't buy clothes for myself. This is a buddy from work. He ended up losing a lot of weight and gave me all of his stuff years ago. And I've put on a lot of weight since I got it, but it still fits, sort of. So I mean, it tells you how much he must have been before he lost all of his weight. And actually, when I do my vlog tomorrow, I'm going to talk about some stuff with that. Not about him, about me. But yeah. First time ever, the glass is pretty much the same. It's just kind of tart and tannic. Let's try it. Cheers. Okay, so medium mouthfeel, light carbonation, flavor, tart and tannic with some fruity notes in there too. Back end, what's on my palate right now, easiest to talk about. That's where the majority of the tannic comes out. A lot like just taking a big, not even taking a bite of apple. Say you are making an apple pie or something, and you're cutting your apple skins off, and you're one of the people that don't like to waste. So you take your apple skin that still has a little bit of flesh to it, and then the skin, and you eat it. And Granny Smiths, especially, not so much the reds, because sometimes the skins on the reds still have a little bit of sweetness to it, but that almost just slightly tannic, almost paper-like flavor that you can get off of an apple skin, right on the very back of the palate. It's very drying. It makes the beer moreish. It kind of just kicks out all the tartness and everything else, and just makes you want more. It basically is palate cleansing for you on its own. You give it a few seconds after you've drank, and your palate is cleansed, and it's back to normal. It's back to neutral. Forefront comes off with a bit of almost a bit of green pepper, like an Equinox hop, as well as a touch of orange and a touch of apple flesh. The middle of the palate is where I get a spike of tartness. So the Forefront is sweet. The Forefront's sweet. The middle is very tart, just spiking in the tart. I guess you would go like this, right? Sweet, because like if this is neutral, okay, this is neutral. So it starts off slightly sweet with the orange, the apple, and the green pepper. Then the middle darts down to tart, very tart, almost to the sour point. It spikes the back of the palate, right on the back of the tongue. And then in comes that slightly tannic, drying apple skin flavor, and it brings it back to neutral. But I'd say it's just slightly above neutral right when it hits, and then it hits neutral. There we go. That was my graph with my arms for you. For you. It's not a quick drinking beer. It's not a quick drinking beer because you want, well, at least I want, that tannic dryness to reset my palate with each sip. I really like the way this is working. I don't think it shows off the hops as well as, say, the Nelson Sauvin did. Well, actually, I don't even know, because I don't know what Rakau hops are really supposed to be like. But I do find this. I wish that he would do a Yalla Yalla and maybe a Yalla Bala series, and do one as a tart and one as a regular. And then you could put them, first off, you would have even more beers to sell, and second off, you could put them side by side and see how the hop holds up to the sourness compared to how the hop holds up to the regular beer, and have the exact same malt bill and everything else. I think that would be amazing. I don't know if this hop is really being showcased with the sour, or if the sour's overpowering it. I don't think it holds up myself, not knowing what the hop really tastes like. Excuse me. But I don't think it holds up as well as the Nelson Sauvin did, or the Citra did, or the Galaxy, or the El Dorado, or... well, actually, those are probably the only ones that I think really held up really nicely. I love the Yalla Yalla series, because I do love some sour IPAs and stuff, and this brings me to them. The Citra was so much like the Nectorious from Four Winds. So it was great to have that. And this is another beer that is nice. It's really nice. Do I think it's as great as, say, Four Winds or some of the other sours from Half Hours on Earth? No, but do I think it's a solid fucking beer? Yes, I certainly do. Like I said, I really wish he would go out and do a single hop series that is sour and a single hop series that isn't sour, but I know he's such a small venue and such a small venture that he probably can't do that. But I would buy one of each. If you put out a Yalla Yalla and a Mala Mala or something, and they had the exact same hops into them, and they came out on the exact same week, I would for sure buy one of each just to try them both. I love that it's a sour ale brewery, but I don't know if the sour, and I love this. I love the one hop sour ales. I just don't know if this is the greatest way to showcase all the hops. I don't know if the sour is the greatest showcase for all the hops he uses, because some of them do seem to be overpowered by the sour. But that's perfectly fine. I still love to drink a sour beer, so who cares, right? Out of 10 on this, I'd give this an 8.5 out of 10. I really do enjoy it. And I really do enjoy the fact that it's moreish, and it makes me want to drink more, and it makes me drink more. I'm going to finish this now. Cheers. It's not a chugging beer, but I'm going to chug it. I'm going to try to chug it. Kyle, if I puke on camera, it's all your fault. I'm just saying. It's really not a chugging beer. Whew. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Thank you, YouTube. Bye.